Join and play today on GeForce Now. All right, what is up, everybody? It's Project Storm, and today is Thursday. That's GFN Thursday. And we have Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen. That's the game I'm going to be playing at up to 4K 120 FPS in just a few minutes. So stick around and let's get right into it. All right, what is up, everybody? As you can see right here, we're always live at 4K 60 FPS. And before we get into today's news, we're going to go back down 3 weeks ago to remind you all that it was a golden age, as Age of Empires 3 joined the other games in the series, and they all can be streamed at up to, you guessed it, 4K 120 FPS. Now, 2 weeks ago, Remnant 2 headlined 14 games joining GeForce Now in the month of July. And then last week, the Steam Summer Sale kicked off and we took full advantage of all the great deals. I know I did. I was able to grab about 7 or 8 games, of which I will be streaming on the channel. So stick around, you all. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel for more, because I will break down what the ultimate tier is all about, all right? Now, today is full-scale gaming as Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen comes to GeForce Now. Capcom's acclaimed open-world role-playing game and THQ Nordic's Jagged Alliance 3 are now streaming from the cloud. Now, shout out to the GeForce Now community, where apparently we're able to play in the clouds literally. If you don't know what that means, stick around. It all makes sense. Now, Arise members, Capcom's legendary role-playing game Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen joins the GeForce Now library today. The RPG and THQ Nordic's Jagged Alliance 3 are newly supported on GeForce Now, playable on any device, from dusk till pawn. Become the Arisen and take up the challenge in Capcom's critically acclaimed RPG. Set in a huge open world, Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen brings players on an epic adventure filled with challenging battles and action. There's no need to go it alone. Adventure with up to 3 pawns. 3 customizable AI companions fight independently, demonstrating prowess and abilities they've developed based on their traits learned from each player. Players can share their pawns online and reap rewards of treasures, tips, and strategy hints for taking down terrifying enemies. Pawns can also be borrowed when specific skills are needed to complete various challenging quests. Revisit Granzes or experience Dragon's Dogma for the first time, like I will be doing in just a few moments. Members can play the real Steam version of this RPG classic with support for stunning visuals and high-resolution graphics, even on devices like Macs, mobile devices, and smart TVs. Priority members can adventure at up to 8K. Not yet, people, not yet. I am playing on an 8K display, but we're talking about 1080p 60 frames per second, or upgrade to an ultimate membership for gameplay at up to 4K 120 frames per second, longer streaming sessions, and RTX on for supported games, and this absolutely blows my mind. Now, my TV is able to do 4K 120 FPS as well, and it is the 82-inch Samsung Q800T for anybody that was wondering. It's phenomenal, makes GeForce Now and everything else I throw at the TV look extra spectacular. All right, it's like gaming in the future and then coming back to the present to tell everybody how great it is. All right, so game on. Another week means new games. THQ Nordic's tactical RPG Jagged Alliance 3 joins the cloud this week. Chaos reigns when the elected president of Grand Chien, a nation full of rich natural resources and deep political divides, goes missing, and a paramilitary force known as the Legion seizes control of the countryside. Recruit from a large cast of unique mercenaries and make choices to impact the country's fate. Members can look forward to the following this week, and they are Jagged Alliance 3, which is right up here, Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen, a game that I will be streaming in a minute now. On top of that, here's the video. Let me go ahead and mute that because it does come in and it sounds menacing when it does, right? But here's what I was talking about. Check out this video right here on the official GeForce Now blog and see where you may be able to play at a high level. Literally in the clouds is what I'm talking about. All right. But on top of that, in collaboration with EE, the UK's biggest and fastest mobile network, GeForce Now launched new cloud gaming bundles featuring priority and ultimate memberships. To celebrate, check out how streamer Leah Biathan Alexandra showcased GeForce Now in action at the UK's highest altitude gaming den on the slopes of Ben Nevis, 1,500 feet above sea level. I want to repeat this one time. 1,500 feet above sea level in the clouds of the Scottish Highlands. Now, I always knew that the Ultimate tier runs fantastically well. It outperforms my Xbox Series X, and shout out to Xbox and shout out to Nvidia for doing a thing. Microsoft, yo, that's all I'll say. A bright future is on the way if all goes well. All right, but what are you planning to play this weekend, GeForce Now asks? Let us know on Twitter or in the comments below. Okay. Now, I always send people to follow GeForce Now at Nvidia GFN right here on Twitter. And they have a question for us. Who's an NPC you want to be friends with in real life? I'm going with Dog from Half-Life 2. That's one of my favorite games of all time. And Dog is just, he's cool. He can protect my kid. He can go outside and play with my kid. You know, he's a safe, friendly dog that can kick some serious butt. All right. I'm going with Dog from Half-Life 2. Look him up if you don't know about him. And now is the time to highlight the developers and publishers. First up, we have Dragon's Dogma, Dark Arisen. Very positive reviews overall on Steam, released on January 15, 2016, and I missed out on this one. Shout out to Capcom. We hope that you keep bringing all of your games to GeForce Now in the very near future. All right. Next up, we have Jagged Alliance 3, a game that should be available tomorrow. It will definitely be launching on Steam, as you see right here, July 14, 2023. Developed by Hamimont Games. If I'm not saying that correctly, I apologize. Published by THQ Nordic. Shout out to you all. And now it's time to go ahead, show you all that I'm still live. And we're going to go ahead and pause this music real quick. We're going to take you over to the GeForce Now desktop PC app. This is where I spend majority of my gaming time these days. And I do have an RTX 4090 inside of this PC right here. And I know, why would I want to play on GeForce Now when I have an RTX 4090? I hear it all the time. And I constantly say, because of the sheer convenience, the cool nature of being able to stream games at up to ultra settings, 4K 120, 1080p 240 FPS, that is, and not have to worry about downloading, updating, and things like that, you all. And if a game happens to be patching on GeForce Now, there's like about 1,600, almost 1,700 other titles that I can jump into at any given time. Those are just some of the reasons, you all. There's a lot more, all right? But now, as you see right here, Dragon's Dogma, Dark Arisen. We're going to take you all to the settings tab to let you all know which version I'm running on. And I believe this is the latest one. If not, I need to update. But always keep your apps updated because it comes with new features almost each and every time. If not new features, then updates and fixes and things like that, all right? So as you see over here, I've connected my Ubisoft account, Epic Games account, Steam account, all right? And I also have GOG.com, EA as well connected. So I can jump into those games with no sign-in process, no headaches, all right? This is my server location, US Northeast. But I'm able to play in other territories such as Europe Southeast if I chose to. Of course, the experience is not going to be on par with what my local experience, my local service should be, but that's a given, right? But I'm just saying that to say that I have streamed from across the planet Earth and did pretty well at that, all right? At 4K, 120 FPS is crazy, all right? Now, I'm going to run a network test. This is where you can go to do that to see if you have problems with your ISP or your internet connection. And if you do, contact your ISP to see if they can get somebody out to troubleshoot. Reset all of your equipment because the problem may be on your end, not on GeForce NOW's. But if it is on GeForce NOW's end, reach out to Nvidia customer care, you all. Some fantastic people over there who are always willing to help. All right. Now, latency right here is 8 milliseconds. That's very, very good. Okay. Recommended, as you see over here, less than 40 for latency. But it's all going to depend on your internet, how close you are to the data centers and things like that, you all. But I'm telling you right now, if you can get close to one, and I mean within, I'm able to stream with my gigabit connection at up to, man, I've streamed at thousands of miles away and the game experience was still highly playable. So I'm just giving you an idea of what I'm able to do. All right. So right here, here's some settings right here that we care about. Streaming quality, I keep it on custom. Max bit rate, you can always slide this down to whatever you want to put it on. 4K, as you see right here, we can go down to 720p if we wanted to. 1080p is available, all right, at 240 FPS in certain games that can support it. And you have 1440p, 120 FPS, all right. I keep my VSync on adaptive, reflex on for games that support it. HDR enabled for games that can support that as well. Right now we have it disabled because I don't want the colors to look washed out when I'm streaming. And then adjust for poor network conditions, I keep that on. So those are my settings, as well as these resolution upscaling, which is very important. I'm so happy that they put AI enhanced in here, you all. It does a great job in adding that extra details using sharpness and things like that. Detail enhancement applies sharpening to improve visual quality. So I didn't say it, they did. All right. Now, it is time for a little bit of gameplay because I know that's what you all want to check out. Now, this is the time when I had to show you one of the latest features that came not too long ago, the Get button. If you did not have this game, you would click that button and it will take you right to Steam. Then you can just purchase the game right down here, you all. Okay. You add it to the cart, you buy the game. It's that simple. And then you jump in and play it without installing it. And that is another reason why we love cloud gaming. So now let me go back to the app. We're going to hit play and continue. And this is real time, the real time hard boot up screen process, whatever you want to call it. This is how it is. This is how the sauce is made. Now, as you see, it's connecting to my Steam account, which I think is very cool. Look how quickly that process happened. So I don't know who might be out there saying, yo, man, cloud gaming is a kind of like a hassle. It's inconvenient at times. I hope nobody's saying that. You know, I don't hear too many people saying that, especially those who have not tried GeForce Now. But this is the highest level of gaming that you can get. It's on the level of a local PC. All right. If you don't believe me, maybe you can go and believe Digital Foundry or so many other people that's been recently saying how great the ultimate tier is. All right. Now, I always say my job is not to sell GeForce Now. They have that in the bag. I don't have to worry about it. All I need to do is enjoy these great games and show you all what you can experience as well. So right here, by hitting Control+N, I brought up the full overlay. It shows you everything from stability to frame loss, packet loss, total bandwidth usage, connection type, whether it's Wi-Fi or Ethernet. I recommend, just like GeForce Now, Ethernet connectivity. All right. Why wouldn't you connect to Ethernet if you're capable of doing so? All right. Now, the game GeForce Now works well on my iPad as well that they sent out. Shout out to GeForce Now. I appreciate you. We love you. It's an amazing team of individuals over there. They do amazing things. Now, I have tried it on my Samsung Galaxy S21 phone as well. You all, Ultra 5G, 120 hertz capabilities. Fantastic experience. I don't want to bore you with all those superlatives and everything, y'all, but this is the real deal. I have an RTX 4090. If it disappeared tomorrow, I would cry, but I'll also be okay knowing that I could play on GeForce Now with the RTX 4080 tier. Crazy. Okay, but let's jump into this game using the Xbox Series X Elite 2 controller. And I have my paddles already mapped underneath the controller, y'all. It's so cool. You know what I mean? My jump button is underneath the right side of the controller. Underneath the left side is my sprint button. Crazy. I love it. All right, so we've already started a test session just to see if the game would launch and everything, and it did. So I'm going to hit new game. Definitely not going to play on hard mode. And take my word for it, everything is maxed out. All of the settings 4K'd out, 120 hertz. I'm going to show you all that as soon as I can. I've never played this game. It is from 2016. It was launched on 2016, but we know real classics never die, right? And from what I'm hearing, this game is great. So let's go normal mode. And here we go. As you can see, the FPS counter is on the left-hand side up to 150 locked. It seems like it's going to max out at 150. I'm sure it could do higher. The RTX 4080 is no joke, as you've probably heard by now. In the middle is the stream FPS that's coming from GeForce Now, so you're getting what you are going to pay for. All right, and my ping is on the far right, 9 right now. It hovers between 8 and maybe 15 at times, depending on what's going on. Yo, I love this. You know what I mean? I absolutely love this technology. The fact that I can stream this and it's a local experience. I'm tired of saying it feels like local. This is local cloud gaming, if that makes any sense to you. Amazing technology, y'all. Now let's go to options real quick. We're going to go all the way over to video, show you that I had it on 1440p for some strange reason, but I just put it on 4K. 120 hertz, VSync is off, frame rate variable, and all the other stuff. Now it says HDR, but this may be in-game HDR, not actual HDR10 or anything like that. All right, depth of field is off, and there's my other settings. So let's hit start to save. And we're going to go ahead and play a little bit of the game, and then we're going to shut this one down so that the video is not too long. But I do this all the time, you all. I've been slacking a little bit. It's summertime. I've been enjoying some of my summer break off. I work in education. So if you work in education too, you know what it feels like when summer hits. All right. Now, let's hit the back button. Go ahead and get a lantern if we can. How do I find that lantern? There it is. I'm going to use that. All right, and we're going to light up the way. Okay.
The dragon's roost is just beyond. We should hurry.
All right, hopefully the audio levels are good, but if not, it's okay because this is not meant to be a long streaming session or anything like that. Yo, Dragon's Dogma. Now I see why they call it that. This is what you get on GeForce Now. Fire. It's that simple, y'all. Already starting out with some symbolism. GeForce Now RTX 4080 tier, y'all. I don't have to sell it like I said. It's gonna sell itself. Smooth as butter. No issues, no stuttering, nothing like that. Just a high level of performance. And one of the most sinister dragons I've ever seen. Hold on, let me see if I can get a screenshot before he disappears. Ah. It makes me want to do this again just to get a screenshot. Should I? Nah, we're going to keep on going. All right. A bunch of bodies on the ground. It looks like some warfare really went down, like this dragon was not playing around. That dragon is GeForce Now, because everything over here is hot. All right. Here we go. Oh, nice cinematic kill. Ooh, okay, that feels great. So light attack is X, heavy attack is Y. Okay, sheath, LT. We got RT to grab. Simple enough. Now, my sprint button is, okay, right underneath the controller, one of the paddles. All right. And I don't have to show too much of this game, you all. I just wanted to let you all know how it would look performing on GeForce Now. All right. buttery smooth, 120 FPS. My TV is set to 4K 120. Let's go ahead and hit him up real quick. Heavy attack. Let's hit him with the... Go ahead and overwhelm him with the light attack. All right, his homie is trying to step up and do something, but he can't. Get up out of here. He's just a hater. And y'all know what we do to the haters. All right. This is what we do to the haters. You know what I'm saying? Get him out of here. We excommunicate the haters, y'all. So I think what I'm going to do is stop right now. If you'd like to see more of this game, drop a comment. Don't be afraid. You know what I'm saying? Let me know. I'm going to be streaming it anyway, but let me know if you want to see it ASAP. It feels great. It looks interesting, even though the graphics are not going to be on Cyberpunk level or anything like that, but it doesn't have to. It's not the type of game it is. But I'll tell you one thing I will say is there's 3 things I need you all to do right now. That's keep it safe, keep it positive, and keep it gaming, and understand that this right here is something from outer space. It's on a whole nother level, y'all. I'm telling you right now. I'm still trying to wrap my mind around this technology and how I'm able to stream at a high level like this. But until the next one, hey, y'all, get some gaming in. I'm out of here. Peace. Make that 1,600 plus titles on GeForce Now, not 1,500 plus. We got to get that updated. Peace.